Welcome back to Let's Play Dark Deity mode, the randomizer run. We are at our first camp screen. At our camp screen we can look at our units and see their stats. New characters, Lincoln here, and Bianca will all come with items. Lincoln comes with a 5 HP booster. A lot of times that will just sort of sit somewhere and we'll forget about them, and then we'll use them eventually. Things we've looted: crab cakes, holy waters, lots of health restorations. You can also look at our inventory, move things to the convoy if we so choose. I have nothing in the convoy. Normally I would put all our food in there. We're going to sell that though in this run. Upgrades is where we upgrade our weapons. We'll come back to that. Bonds is where our yappy friends all yap at each other. I might make a video just showing some of those. I don't recommend it. We can save. Advance moves us to the battle screen. What we are worried about is the shop, where we're just going to sell all our food stuff. We carry so many priests that the only time this is going to ever be useful is at the very end of the game, and we're going to get so many items, it's not going to matter before then. And if we don't get so many items, it's because we're getting so many stat boosters, and then it really won't matter until it really won't matter at all ever. Okay. These are level 0 weapons, or level 1. To upgrade level 1, you need level 1 upgrade tokens. We currently have 2. Levels 1, 2, and 3 each take 2 tokens. 1 to go to +1, and then 1 to move to the next tier. Once you are at tier 4, or I guess that would be tier 5, the orange tier, you only need 1 token. It can't go past +1 of that tier. We have 8 characters, which means we need 16 of these, so we need to buy 14. I'm not sure if I think we can afford it. If we can't, our priests / clerics just get to go without. They are the least important. They'll each get 1 upgrade. Okay, weapon types. Here's where we start. Specializing a little bit. Irving gets yellow weapons. Most everyone's going to get yellow or blue. Garrick gets blue. We want Garrick to crit. Garrick doesn't do too much other than crit. Sia gets blue. She's a rogue. Her weapon is not going to have weight. She's not going to need the accuracy because she's going to spend most of the time hoping she crits something. Elias gets green. That is the accuracy weapon. He absolutely needs to hit things. Alden gets yellow for the weight. Yellow mage weapons have no weight and are therefore very good. I think I miscounted how many things I had. Bianca, as an adept, also gets blue. She will be going... Well, take a look at her real quick. Bianca gives allies near her 8 power while she gets blue, is that she's going to be... her growths give her slightly different stat requirements. Notice she has 11 dexterity. Elias has significantly less. Even though she's 2 levels higher, he's never going to catch her. If I can check their tables for growths. Bianca has 40 dexterity innate. Elias has 20. Elias will start running out of the ability to hit things. Bianca has one of the highest dexterity growths. She is tied for the highest in her class with the third adept will get. That way you get to give her the blue weapon. She gets to crit. She will spec into a melee version of the class. We're going to run Elias in a sort of caster version of the class. Is one I don't really use all that often. Elias has better than average magic growth, slightly worse than the person who's recommended to take that class, but she's awful. She joined so late, she never gets used. Elias will get used, and it'll be fun to kind of mess around with the water slash lightning version of this class. For a few maps. Elias does end up getting benched not as quickly as Sia, but he definitely finds his way out of the rotation. He would like to get a few levels. Lincoln here, our new cleric, he's the only one that doesn't need to get levels here, and that's great because he will just spend most of his time healing. He is going to have to hit something in the face every now and then, probably. Hopefully only on counterattacks, and hopefully he doesn't kill anything. He leaves other people to get the kills for higher experience. Let's advance to the pre-map.
Give them no quarter.
Really?
This map is I believe another 7 or 8 turn limit map. We really want to kill everything for the experience and the item drops. What the enemies say they have is not what they have. There's not an easy way to sort of sort through all the enemies. Normally you can look at the ones that look a little bit fancier and tell that they're the bosses or mini bosses and are going to drop some things. These ones, not so much now that everything's random. And these items don't actually equal the item they're going to drop. That's the item that character in that spot should drop normally. However, random items say that won't be the case. This map's going to play out as normal. Sia's going to disarm and then evade tank. Our healers are going to heal. Alden's going to be doing Alden things.
This should be fun.
We're going to try to get as much chip damage as we can on things. You'll notice now that our weapons are starting to upgrade, the blue ones will be significantly better. We're sort of skipping the tiers and doing them in sets of 2 because it's the easiest way to do it. Thank you for not critting.
In position. Are you sure?
I'll take point.
Irving's going to give 6 experience to the entire team.
Push the advantage.
And we're going to play some defense. As with all games of this genre, most everything happens on the enemy phase. We're going to hope Elias doesn't die and force us to reset on the second map. Or the third map, actually. That would be horrible. That's a lot of crit. Didn't get crit. If you've ever played these kind of games,
So this is my fate.
oh, that was fun. Normally we would edit these out. Today we are not. You just see my inability to play these games and talk about them at the same
No
time.
quarter.
Really?
You also really don't want Elias to take that position. So we won't do that this time.
You dropped something?
Outside of that, it's going to look very similar to what it looked like before. It's just not going to be him.
Are you sure?
Also, notice slightly different enemies.
This should be fun.
Lead the way.
Right away. Together.
Once more for the 6 XP for everyone.
Really had well.
Fizzy drink, I believe that's 100% health restore. Here's Lincoln doing that thing where he is on the wrong weapon. Priests should always be on their yellow weapons. It's pretty much the only way they're ever going to hit anything, and it's usually the only way they're not going to get brutally murdered.
You dropped something.
We would really like Sia to gain strength. It is a difficult ask of her sometimes. There are so many thieves that Alden is going to have a little bit of a tough time getting going. What we really hope is that Garrick can kill this bandit. He can. We don't want to bank on crits at this part of the game. You got a strength boost. That's great. Got some defense. That's fine. We would like as much stuff as possible to die every enemy phase as we can get.
Wrong day to play hero.
I don't know why they are targeting Bianca. It is free experience for her, however. There are much better targets they should be targeting.
Wrong day to play
Targets
hero.
that can do more damage to them and less hit. Targets that I really would like to have XP. Alden, no crit, no dodge, but it does some damage. Lincoln doing as much chip damage as possible is great. Lincoln missing everything in the world is not great. Getting doubled is even less great. However, nothing's doing any damage to him right now. Notice yellow weapon, he has a much higher hit chance. Red weapon is just bad for priests.
I've got a lot to learn.
HP, magic, speed. Mastery would be great. I wouldn't complain at all if we got some. Higher level thieves have so much dodge, especially on this difficulty, that hitting them with things without an advantage is a bad idea. That's a whiff.
You dropped something.
We get the disarm.
Disposal.
Lead the way. Get up, Buttercup.
Get the heal. Elias is struggling a little bit. He would really like to pick up a kill somewhere. Preferably many kills somewhere.
My sword
Strength,
grows lighter
def,
with every
dex,
swing.
speed. This is a great Irving level. His fortitude growth is almost nothing. He's not really going to get magic defense.
Wrong day to play hero. Total downer.
It started out great for the first 3 stats.
Leave some for me.
There's another aspect. I have a table of aspects. Judgment is... I think Judgment is awful. The problem is if we get the awful ones, we have no way to get rid of them right now. Bonded units within 2 tiles increase damage by 5%. Okay. That would be useful if that was useful. It's one of those things where no one's quite sure how it even works, and there's a chance it doesn't. Like, the damage doesn't actually go up, so people assume it doesn't work. That would sort of be what you would think.
You dropped something.
C is going to come be a disarm tank. Garrick's going to chip damage, and hopefully Elias can get a kill. He can.
Can do.
Push the advantage.
I wish there was a way to look at the settings you have for your run after you select start the game. As far as I know, you can't. So I can't actually see what's going on behind the scenes. I can't see why nothing seems to have their skills. The only way I can think about it is that they don't have them because they're not at the right tier. Sia got strength. That's great. There are 3 enemies up here we have to deal with, 4 over here, and then a lot down here. Normally we can send 1 or 2 units up this way. There'll probably be Team Bianco with Lincoln. Alden will end up over here. There's at least 2 mages and something that takes a whole bunch of extra damage. Even when he's having struggles, he's good.
Stay sharp. Sorry in advance.
Garrick with his crits.
Didn't give him much of a chance, huh?
Strength, dexterity, no defense. Garrick actually does get a decent amount of defense for an archer. There are arguments to make him a not straight up sniper. The problem is he doesn't stick around for long enough to make any of that relevant. We really don't want to get crit by this guy. If you played Fire Emblem or any of those kind of games, you see enemy crit numbers above 0, and boy is that not a good day.
One step at a time.
No strength, no fort, everything else is fine. We definitely want people to gain damage stats. That keeps them good. They can go on without getting them, however, getting them every level, especially for the early characters, keeps them in the lineup. later level characters tend to have higher bases. Like they are always a little bit above where they should be. If you had leveled them with the non-linear growth on. I think they might have linear growth, which is a little more forgiving. It's also just not how this game was designed. See Alden's passive. I have no problem playing a game where you get predetermined stats on level up. It's just when you make your game to not have those kind of things, it's more fun to play them without. We want to lure those guys out, so we're going to leave her open. And hopefully one hits her here, and one hits her here. Or we just Alden. Lincoln gains very little XP because he is level 9.
You dropped something.
We'd really like Elias to be here before Irving does his thing. Elias is going to miss out on the bonus XP.
You're making me look bad.
My sword grows
Oh
lighter
boy.
with every swing.
We just acquired Darmina's Kiss. Darmina's Kiss swaps 50% of your crit with 50% of your power. That's one of the ones that can make for interesting things happening. Is that good? I don't know. It might not be. I think at this level, it actually does nothing.
Stay with me.
When you have characters with high crit, what you do is give them Kiss. I think one of our characters will be showing it off at some point. Yeah, our Dragon Knight will have absurd crit when she moves. With Kiss on, she'll then turn a lot of that into power, and then she'll one-shot some things. At this point, we don't really have a ton of power, and we don't really have a ton of crit. You'll notice the difference between attacking base classes and attacking advanced classes. That bandit is the advanced adept that Bianca will be going into. Alden is going to Alden on this bandit. You can tell by the wind that advanced adept starts getting passives to just increase the damage they do with their attacks and gives them a chance to attack again.
Not bad, not bad.
Magic Fort Dex Speed. Okay, no strength, no defense. We're on turn 7. We have this turn and 2 more turns. Okay, we should be good.
You dropped something.
That's a spicy meatball and a pretty good level. Our characters have a mastery avoidance, it seems.
This should be fun.
Irving for bonus experience.
You have my thanks.
I hope you deserve this.
Some of the randomoniums of randomness are creating some interesting effects. I really don't want Lincoln hitting stuff until he has to.
Let you fall.
He gets no experience. He keeps other people from getting experience. And he keeps Alden from Aldening. My battery level in my headset is critical. It's plugged in. I don't know why. It's not charging. So, hopefully, we finish this map real fast. And I can see why it's not charging.
My sword grows lighter with every swing.
That is a not so great level from Irving.
Give them no quarter.
Bianca's gonna get not a ton of use
Are you sure?
on the next map.
Right away.
You dropped something.
I'll go a little bit faster just so my headset doesn't die on me. Elias takes 2 fire hammers to the face. Oh, that's unfortunate.
You handled that well. You have my thanks.
Fortunately, Elias is not targeted. This is the last turn we have available to us.
We've got you.
Thought you'd never ask.
Seriously.
I'm on it.
You're making me look bad.
Looks like Irving will
You dropped something.
spread some bonus XP around. And the map will end.
You handled that.
I hope I helped.
I'm gonna go figure out my headset situation. We'll let the cutscenes play out, and I'll catch y'all for the next one.